I'm going to do an eyeshadow look, which is kind of just what I do. And I decided to kind of take it back a little bit, so I guess I'm shopping my stash, and use the Mothership palette, Subversive. Now, this is one of the first three, and those first three are kind of considered the OG Pat McGrath Mothership palettes, just like the best. Yeah. And so Subversive, excuse me, is number 3 in the whole collection. There is also Subliminal, and then there's also Sublime. And I'll be sure to, like, you know, use those as well. So I was starting to put some primer on, and here's another OG primer that I really like, and it is the Makeup by Mario Eye Preppin' Set, and I have it in the shade Deep, and I'm using, I just kind of grabbed a brush using this Sonia G Worker. And do you want to know a story? Do you want to know like 2 or 3 stories? Okay, let me tell you, right? So where do I even start? How much time do I have? Let's start with Zaire Dennis. Zaire is 24, which probably maybe explains some things, you know, brain not completely developed, but old enough to know better. Zaire decides that she's gonna go ahead to the New Jersey Zoo and just looking about. I haven't been to a zoo in ages, and you know, there are things about caging animals, but anyway. So Zaire, people were videoing, filming, right? Because when are people not ever? And you see Miss Ma'am caught on camera jumping a fence. So she jumped a fence and then there's like a gate. Wait, what's the difference? It's like a wooden fence, and then there's a like a wire gate fence, some kind of enclosure where there is a tiger. I think the tiger's like 7 years old. They said her name. I think it was like Marquisha, but probably not. But I just, as soon as they said her name, I was like, yeah, that's Marquisha. So Zaire goes ahead and puts her little hand through. I don't know why. I don't know if she's trying to pet Marquisha or I don't know. But in the article, they're like, she was nearly bitten. Listen, that tiger was not just gonna bite Zaire, okay? She was nearly something else. It's not like she was just gonna be in a moose bouche and it was like Marquisha was just cleansing her palate. Marquisha was about to have dinner. Okay, and you see in the video this fool with her hand through the thing, and Marquisha is just walking back and forth, tail up, just like and so she opens her jaws, and of course Zaire takes her hand back. Now I think if Marquisha was a little older, she wouldn't have done the open her jaws, you know, because I feel like she gave Zaire a little, like, notice. I don't know how it works, but I feel like if Marquisha was a little bit older, this would be a different story. So then, this fool, Zaire, she, like, hops back over the fence, and when I tell you she has to climb over the fence, okay? And then she like takes a picture. I don't know what other fool was there that was like, yeah, girl, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get it on camera. Because there was like a family filming, and it seemed like she had a friend there. A friend, okay? That's the kind of friend you don't want to have, because you gonna let me be so stupid to go put my hand through this gate with this tiger that's going back and forth and just trying to figure out how she's gonna saute me tonight? No. And they were like, the animal acted aggressively. That animal did not act aggressively. That animal acted like an animal will. Okay? That's like you about to put a full-on piece of, like, I don't know, a plate of curry chicken in front of my face. And what you think I'm gonna do with it? I'm going to eat it. Okay? All right, with or without utensils. Okay? So what Marquisha did is what we expect Marquisha to do. And that is to protect her area, protect her peace. And that lady better be glad that Marquisha was the only one at work today. Because could you imagine if there were other girl, that would be a not safe for human eyes kind of video. I mean, that's just, I think people don't realize that there are some animals that are wild animals that will tear you up in 2 seconds. Okay? Zaire better be glad she got out of that with her entire life and with every limb attached. I just find it so stupid when people be doing that. Not only when people like decide that they're going to get like exotic animals, wild animals and stuff and have them as pets. Like there was a story, well, I don't think this was her animal, but there is a story of this lady, I think in India, where she was washing the dishes, and this is already why I know that's why I don't be having myself clean up, because stuff be happening. Other people clean up. Anyway, whatever. And so she's washing the dishes, and then she feels something on her leg. She thinks it's just like a bug, so she about to look down and bop it away. Child, it was a python. A python. A 13-foot python just like slithering through her house. And that thing wrapped itself around her and was just chilling. Like, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. She was wrapped in that thing for 2 hours. She's fine. I mean, she's alive. And she's kicking. Alive and kicking. But it took, one of her neighbors heard her like screaming out. Because she didn't have much, like, it was over her chest. So, you know, you can't breathe real good, right? So she's like, help. And somebody heard her and called the police, and then they came. Could you imagine being a police officer and you're like, you know, I don't even know. Like, they didn't train me for this. It took them 30 minutes to unwrap her. I don't know what they did with the python, but I feel like this is one of those situations. The python came into her house unannounced, right? I don't think it was a pet, but y'all know people be having pet, like, pythons and stuff. Do not get a boa constrictor. Like, I'm just like, who do you think you are? You never see, like, zoo employees with these animals. You never do. And they're the ones I would assume have a little bit more sense. But child, I'm just saying. And I think part of it is that these, like, lions, tigers, panthers, you know, all this stuff, a lot of times they're called big cats. I'm just like, maybe y'all have some kind of similar evolutionary status, but that's not a cat. That's not a cat. I'm not trying to go over there and pet anybody. No. Y'all, we could barely handle these little domesticated cats that be running around here causing a ruckus. Okay? And now she has been charged with defiant trespassing and violating 2 city ordinances because she got caught on camera. So I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for her whatsoever at all. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to go into this shade here. I have an idea. Child, that was Zaire and Marquisha. And then the other lady who... But see, the other lady, it wasn't her fault. Did she not close the door? I'm not sure. I don't know how that python got in there. And I guess they're real silent. Because you wouldn't hear it, right? I don't know. Because sometimes I don't be hearing Rose and I look to the right or the left and there she is. And I'm like, where you come from? I'm like, Homer, that's why you need to have somebody else washing your dishes. I am not putting my life at risk. We'll put them bad boys right up in that dishwasher. I'm trying to save myself, okay? And that might mean putting them in the dishwasher. Y'all, I wash my dishes, okay? Don't even trip. I do. Cause I don't like nobody else washing my dishes. Cause you don't do it right. She better be glad. She better be glad. Now, have you ever worked somewhere where you just can't stand your coworkers? Or it's like that one coworker that you like, if only you would just not be here. Can you work remotely, like permanently? We don't want you here in the office, okay? So I don't really have coworkers anymore because, you know, my own business. But I have associates, employees, whatever. I assume that I'm an amazing boss. But retreats, office retreats, tell me how you feel about those. Like, I know we used to have like in office retreats or something where we would like reserve a large room or hall on campus, and then sometimes we would have like off-campus retreats, which would typically be at somebody's house, or I know before I was there they would go to like a cabin or something, cabin in the woods. But there was in Colorado, only reason I'm laughing is because like everybody is fine. First of all, let me get the notes. First of all, it was an office retreat. Hiking. Already I'm calling out sick. I'm not going hiking for the office retreat. Is this like a team building exercise? Like, I can build my team right here, okay? So they went, like, that would have already been my first, like, nah, I can't go. And you're like, you don't even know when it is. Whenever it is, I can't go. I'm busy. I have a doctor's appointment. Like, he said I can't hike. There was, when I was at this other, before I started my own practice, I was at this practice, and the owner wanted to have a little retreat with everybody. I don't know why, because we were all contract employees. Anyway, it was supposed to be up somewhere in Virginia. I said, I know you not. I ain't going. Do you see these Confederate flags that they be having over here in Virginia? I'm not driving over there up and through the mountains trying to talk to you about my goals. No, I didn't go. You putting my whole life at risk and I'm the only one that looks like me? Nope. Or maybe I was one of the person. I don't know, okay? I was not going. I ain't going. No. There's just some things I don't participate in, and I'm not driving my ass up to these mountains up in Virginia, because you're going to have one less person coming back. Listen. When they said, I'm like, where's that? Like, you said where? And y'all know I be getting lost. Oh, hell no. I am not trying to be on the 7 o'clock news or whatever time. 5, 6, 7, whatever. The day's news, okay? Breaking news. Like, no. Anyway, so they go on this hiking trip. It's like 15 of them. And there's one person in particular. I feel like he's a Brad, and I feel like he might be in HR or accounting, okay? So they go, and it seems like they have 2 groups of people. And so, like, they each get up to the summit or whatever, different times, whatever. And so I think Brad was in the second group. Okay. So Brad gets up to the summit at 11:30 a.m. And Brad then turns around, tries to descend. Child, Brad gets disoriented, which I don't think is uncommon, especially you up in a different altitude and you don't know where you are. And it's a lot of like air and sky and earth. And so Brad decides that he's just going to take his time and try to get on down this mountain, peak, whatever. And he's like looking for, they did some markers, okay, like they marked boulders or whatever so you could follow the path back down. What Brad finds out is that the group, they picked up the markers. So now Brad is on top of this mountain and he don't know how to descend. They had picked up all the markers to help you go back down, okay? So I guess they put them as they were going up and then as they're going, or I don't know. I don't know if they were there before. All I know is Brad turned around and they were gone. So Brad apparently sends his location pin to the group because they're reporting this to people the rescue people. So somebody was like, hey, Brad, you going the wrong way. Just like turn around, go back up, and then you gonna find the trail. That's what Brad does. Brad is trying to get his ass off of this mountain peak. So, you know, that was about 11:30, right? So I'm going to go into, what am I going into? This shade. It looks so different on camera. And also the black. That was at 11:30. About 3:50. I'm sorry. About 3:50, Brad sends another pin. Just to be like, hey guys, I'm just confused. I can't figure it out. I don't know if they responded to Brad or not. I don't know what they're doing on the ground, but I have some ideas and I'm gonna tell you what they are. Y'all, then it starts, a storm starts. And these folk, so he got up there at 11:30 and sent the pin. 3:50, he sent another pin. 9 o'clock is when they called the Colorado Search and Rescue. How many hours is that? 10 hours. From when he first did the thing. And then another 6 or 5, whatever. So it was about 4 o'clock. That's when y'all call. They do not like Brad, okay? Because there is no other reason. So the storm, it's freezing rain, it's high winds. Even the search and rescue people were like caught in the rain and winds. They had like the helicopter coming, helicopter couldn't see nothing. We don't know where Brad is. So they had to call off. They had to call off the search. I'm looking at the time. They had to call off the search until the morning. I'm really glad that this like search and rescue did not translate into like search and recover. Okay, Brad's fine. Well, as far as we know, he's anyway. So the next morning, Brad got enough service on his phone. I'm like, he must have an Android because an iPhone, and I have an iPhone, okay? That mess, the battery would have run clean out, all right? And I have an iPhone, so he had to have an Android. I'm trying to figure out what service he had because he probably had to be like, so he was able to call 911 and then they found him and he was like still like disoriented and he said he had fallen like 20 times. Brad was probably a full-on mess and they didn't say nothing after that. So I have some speculations. I don't think not one person, the other 14 don't nobody like Brad. They don't like him. Could you imagine people be like, dang, like Brad, you think it was Brad, right? He ain't even back. And then, oh yeah, we got a location. Tell him to go back and like turn around. And then you get another, I just imagine these people are at home in their houses with their kids and their partners and just having a glass of wine after dinner. Just not caring two bits about this man. The other thing is Brad had on all black. I don't think that was the smartest thing, right? Like, he probably should have had some sort of high vis thing going on. Brad had on all black. I don't think that really... I don't think they told Brad nothing about how to hike. I don't think they told Brad nothing about I just imagine them being like, girl, don't nobody care. Brad'll be fine. That's why he should have given me my PTO. Like, I'm just like imagining all 14 and nobody in there is a human. Because even somebody I don't like, I would like begrudgingly try to help them, right? Like, I don't like you, but I'm gonna help you get off this mountain, all right? Whatever. Like, and what was Brad doing all night? What was Brad doing? If I were Brad, I would be cussing everybody out in my head. Like, I know I don't even know how to get out of here, and done failed like 20 times. Bastards like this. Child, I would be cussing. Ain't nobody called the boss, the CEO, the supervisor, the shift manager. Nobody called nobody, is what you're telling me. That's what you when you go home. Hey babe, yeah, we went to that hiking retreat. Somebody didn't come back, but I don't care. Every man for himself. Like, I'm just trying to figure out. That is what you call the bystander effect, okay? I need to research this. This is a case study, because it's gonna be, the hypothesis is you could dislike somebody so much that you would leave them on the top of a mountain without them being able to get down. That's my research. That's the hypothesis for the paper. The title is going to be like, bystander effect, how it presents itself in the workplace. Because y'all can't tell me, come on, you wouldn't do that, okay? You wouldn't do that. That is called hatred. That's despising someone. So much so that you just gonna be like, hey, just turn around, bruh. Just turn around, go back up. So you gonna get him more, you're making him go further away from the end, from the bottom. Just go back up, Brad, and like turn around, dude, okay? And then just come on down. And they took all the markers. Y'all didn't do a count off? Or they were probably talking to each other, and Brad was like in the back, right? Maybe he had to pee or something, but nobody, like you didn't have like, you know how little kids, when they go on these little walking field trips and they have a little partner, you have a partner, you're supposed to hold their hand. Or y'all both attached to the leash. You gonna notice if somebody ain't there. Nobody noticed Brad ain't there. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Now, would you go back to work on Monday? What if they're in like cubicles? They don't even have office like doors, you know, and you gotta sit next to these people on Monday. Oh, Jesus. I am quitting immediately. 2 weeks notice. Bye. Like, you couldn't trust nobody after that. I'm gonna use either this one or this one. You couldn't. I don't trust none, y'all. None of you. Okay? Was this the team building exercise? Because like, I can't believe, yo, I didn't know it was gonna be like a real life survival kind of thing. Is it like whoever don't come down, like is fired, you know, like last one down, first one fired. I don't know. But y'all, it was like 14 other people. I don't I'm just trying to figure, like, I want to talk to Brad. I want to talk to Brad because, Brad, what'd you do to these people? You had to have done something, Brad. Like, you don't blame the victim. But, Brad, what you do to these people? That they left you right there. Some people I would want to leave. But I'm still not going to. Allegedly. I just, like, you know they didn't stay at the site. Okay? They didn't stay at the site. Those jokers went on home to their warm houses, and I feel like they just did not care. Was this a setup? This could have been a setup. This could have been a setup. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't go to that daggone retreat in Virginia. I ain't going. Child, I did a half marathon in West Virginia once. I ran my race and I ran to my car and I drove back home. Girl, ain't nobody playing with y'all like that. Y'all putting me in unsafe situations, and no, I'm not paid enough for this. I am not paid enough to have to find my way back down a mountain. But that's why Brad shouldn't have gone. That's why Brad shouldn't have gone. I don't trust these people. That's why Brad should not have gone to that damn retreat. Write me up, okay? Write me up. Can you imagine the next staff meeting? Hey guys, where's Brad? I'm quit. Give me all my PTO, okay? Like, you know what? Now I have PTSD and I just cannot. So I need to, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming, and I need you to pay me. I'm not coming back here. If I was a supervisor, I would be like, dude, I get it. And you know the boss wasn't on the trip because they don't be going. Okay? It's like the head supervisor. The boss not there. He probably like, girl, I ain't going to that. She's sitting right at home. Wonder if they all got back yet. I know they better not take time off on Monday. I just imagine people be like, where's Brad at? Brad, you don't have nobody that loves you, baby, because wasn't nobody trying to call him or nothing? Like, I'm like, I need to hear from you because you up on somebody's mountain with these people that don't like you, and I just need you to come on back. Could you? His car probably just sitting in the lot, or what if he carpool with those bad boys? Because now you're gonna see we missing somebody in the back. Ooh, I don't even, like, I would like to know the backstory because something happened between these people and Bradley. Something happened. I refuse to believe. They left that man out there to not make it out alive. I'm telling you. Oh, I would be so pissed. I do not work here no more. Like, you gonna tell me, listen, to turn around and go back up. You gonna tell me to turn around and go back up. You, like, can't nobody meet me halfway? Halfway. Bring me a snack. Like, oh, Jesus. That had to be, this, I would have to lodge a complaint. I mean, maybe it's that, I guess they don't have it's not a requirement or their responsibility to make sure everyone gets back down the mountain? Was it like, you see guys, teamwork? You didn't have teamwork and you lost one person. I don't know. Or was Brad the one putting I in team? And he was like, I got this, y'all. Don't worry about me. I'm going to make it down. Brad, you overestimated, babes. Then why are you wearing all black? Maybe Brad was the one who, like, was like, I don't like these folk. I don't even want to be with them on the way down. Why you wearing all black, Brad? That don't, you know what, Brad, that don't make no sense. Maybe that's why people weren't worrying about it. They're like, he said he wanted to stay up there. Oh. And so, of course, the, like, search and rescue people, posted, like, on their Facebook or something. And of course they gotta be snarky, because these agencies now be coming with the, like, jokes, and they were like, staff meeting's gonna be weird, it's gonna be awkward. I'm like, bet. But they took it upon themselves to also post 10 things to keep in your backpack, like when hiking. I mean, yes, but is it the moment to say that right now? When are you updating this status? Because can you look for me? And y'all calling me out. Obviously, I don't have his stuff, but I thought I was with friends. That's how them office friendships be going, you know? Like, you think you besties, and then all of a sudden, they don't even talk to you no more. Speaking of, I was at a continuing education presentation yesterday with people I used to work with. And now I need to talk about it in therapy today. What's that? There's a Caribbean saying, your friends will take you, but they won't bring you back. That's basically like your friends gonna be with you through the shenanigans, but they not gonna stay with you the whole time, baby. Okay? Don't rely on it. Your friends will get you into trouble, and they'll leave you right there for you to get out of it yourself. So your friends will take you, but they will not bring you back. That also means, you know, when you go out, make sure you have a way to get home if that person leave you there. Like, I'm always prepared. I mean, I love you, and I think I know you, but maybe I don't. Maybe under certain circumstances, you gonna leave my ass on top of this mountain. Yo, they couldn't even find him with the helicopter. That, to me, this was, who picked this location? That's what we need to find. Have y'all ever done this before? Because something don't sound right, okay? Something don't sound correct. Poor Brad. He needs like a good severance package. I mean, I feel like he would have grounds to just quit, right? Or it's like, I don't know. Y'all, let me leave this alone, because me and Erica can take something and we can just embellish until the bellish is no longer embelled. Like, we could just keep on going. So, I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna finish the rest of my face. Alright, I'll be back. Hey, y'all, I almost forgot to come back. Anyways, I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about these stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.